How's it going, guys? Welcome to Seconds Out Fight Store. In today's review we are checking out these, the Nike Machomai 3 boxing boots. Now this is going to be a full review. We have done a separate video to this which is just running through a bit more detail in the colours. So if you are just looking to find a bit more information about the colours in detail, we're going to put a link to that video in the description below. So let's start with a wee bit of history on the Nike Machomai boxing boots. This is the original Nike boxing shoe that Manny Pacquiao first wore, I think in about 2008, 2009. Since then the design has stayed roughly the same. They've always kept that standard Machomai design, making a few tweaks along the way, releasing some new colours, but essentially it's been the same boot. So when the Machomai 3 was due to come out and we saw some first pictures of them, it was amazing to see them keep the original style and feel of the Machomai shoe, but also make quite a lot of design changes and colour changes and just give it a complete refresh. Let's start by showing you the packaging of these boots. Of course, it comes in Nike's standard signature orange box with the white Nike swoosh. On the side, we've got the Nike Machomai 3 text, we've got the colourway, in this case it's the white and gold. Below that, we've got the size of the shoe, so the large number that's on there, in this case the 9.5, that's the American size, and you can see off to the side they've got different conversions for UK, European and centimetres. But this sometimes confuses people when they get a pair of Nike boxing boots and they're not from America. It is always the American size that's not only on the side of the box and the large numbers, but on the inside of the shoe. And I've got to say, these boots are absolutely beautiful looking. I love what Nike have done with the design of these. They've kept the overall feel of the shoe, like I said earlier, quite similar to the, like giving it the Machomai feel, but definitely with a huge refresh. So they're still made from a mesh upper, but they've got this redesigned large Nike swoosh on both sides of the boots, which looks really striking. You'll also probably be able to see these lines, these sort of ridges, these indents in the top of the upper. And this is just a bit of a design feature more than anything else. It doesn't really serve any other purpose, but it's quite a cool wee look, something a wee bit different to make the boots stand out. And down the front we've got this suede toe. A lot of people have said this is kind of similar to the Adidas Boxhog 2 boots, which have got a similar suede toe section. Then we look at the back of the shoe and we've decided to use the white and gold for this example to really make this pattern area stand out. On the other colorways it doesn't stand out as much, but on the white and gold it's a really nice contrast. We've got this really beautiful gold crisscross stitching. Now this is on all the other colors as well, but like I said, it doesn't stand out as much because it's in the similar colorways of the rest of the shoe. The laces are the same ones that are used on the Hyper KO2, so nice long laces that run all the way up, similar to the Machomai 2. Unless you pull these laces mega tight, once you get to the top loop, you are going to struggle to get them round the back of the boot, so you're best either getting a pair of replacement laces or just tying them from the front. One of the things I love about these boots is the wee design features that they've got on them. So we've got the Machomai 3 text on the tongue with a small Nike swoosh, nice wee touch, and then on the back of the shoe we've got Nike boxing text. There's a few wee lines just above that. I'm still yet to find out what these actually are. I'm going to ask the guys at Nike and see if we can get any information on what those lines are for. I can't quite work it out for myself. We've also got some nice contrasting tips on the ends of the laces as well. I love this touch as well. So on the white and gold, you can see here we've got some gold tips on the end of the laces. Just small wee design features like that that really make this boot stand out as something different. The sole of the shoe, this is one thing that has stayed identical to the Machomai 2, is the sole. This is the exact same sole that they used on the Machomai 2 is on the Machomai 3. You can see them side by side in this wee clip here. So we've got the grip that runs in the shape of your foot. We've got the middle section there that kind of separates the front and the back part of the sole. And of course we've got Nike's signature swoosh at the back. Although we've done a separate video reviewing the colorways, I do want to give you a quick look at each colorway that's available. So of course that's the white and gold one just here. There is also a white and black color. We've got the colors reversed as well in black and white. We have the red with black. We have blue with white. And we've got the special edition colorway, which was one of the colorways that was brought out for the Paris Olympics in 2024. Very cool design as well. So we've got 6 different colors available in the Machomai 3. So Nike have definitely went all out on these boots, giving something for everybody. I'm glad they've went with the classic blue and red color, and they've got the neutral colors as well. I think that one of the original colorways in the Machomai boots was the black and white and the white with black. So it's nice to see that they've kept both of those. And when we look at the weight of the boots as well, compared to the Machomai 2, these boots are slightly heavier than the Machomai 2, but there's not much in it at all. You're essentially looking at the difference in weight as a roll of tape. So the Machomai 2 is ever so slightly lighter than the Machomai 3, but literally the difference is a roll of tape. So essentially, they're about the same weight. And the Machomai 2 was always known for being one of the lightest weight boots on the market. So these Machomai 3s are exactly the same, super lightweight, beautiful boots, and definitely one of my favourites on the market. Now, it's all very well and good having a nice looking shoe, but how do these actually feel when they're on, and what is the rough sort of size guide that you can expect when you're going to buy these boots? When you put your foot into the boots for the first time, they are quite stiff like most boxing boots. They take a wee bit of breaking in, a good few sessions, but once they soften up, they're an absolutely beautiful fit. Depending on when you're watching this video, we're going to be doing a separate video of me using those boots for the next 2 to 3 months and giving you my opinion and review on how they feel after they've been properly used and properly broken in. So it depends on when you're watching this video if that's already going to be done, but we'll leave a link to that in the description below as well. So when you've got your foot in the boot, you'll see, similar to the Machomai 2 shoe, there is a small arch in the midsole just here. What I found when I had my Machomai 2s, I found that really nice for helping keep me on my toes. It kind of separated my front part of my foot and the back part of my foot, if that makes sense, so it wasn't a totally flat shoe. It did kind of encourage me to stay on my toes, which I really like. Now that part on the Machomai 3 is slightly different to the 2s, but there's not a huge difference. Again, it's essentially the same sort of fit from that point of view. They do run a wee bit higher than the Machomai 2, so you get a bit more support running up the shoe, and as you can see on the lace loops, they're reinforced rivets. So one of the issues I think that Nike had with the Hyper KO 2 model, although it's a separate model, was that the loops on the shoe were sometimes snapping when people were a bit too rough with them. So I think Nike have went all out with these ones to really reinforce the lace loops here and make sure that they're as sort of durable and hard wearing as possible. When we're looking at the size, I'm a UK 9 in most trainers. I do like to wear my trainers quite snug fitting, so again this is going to come down to a few different things when we give a size guide. One, how you wear your trainers normally, what thickness of socks you usually wear, what kind of fit you like in your boxing boots. So it is pretty random, unfortunately. The general idea is when you buy a pair of boxing boots, if you're not getting the chance to try them on, is to go up a half size from your normal shoe size. That usually accounts for the sort of more narrow fit of a boxing shoe, accounts for you probably wearing thicker socks, and also your feet kind of swell up slightly when you're training with all the impact on the ground, similar to when you're out running as well. So I tend to find with my running shoes, I always go up a half size, and I find the same as my boxing boots. But with these boots, I did actually prefer the size 9. So like I said, I'm a UK 9 in most trainers. I wear them quite snug. The 9.5 fitted me okay. It still fitted fine, but I found that the 9 was a bit more of a tight, snug, secure fit. If you do want a wee bit of room in your boxing boots, which a lot of people do, then just go up a half size. So if you're ordering online and you're really not too sure what to go for, I'd probably say your safest bet is to go up a half size from your normal shoe size. But of course, it's totally up to you. You should be fine with either. Overall, the Machomai 3, I'm a massive fan. I love the fact that they've kept some of the original Machomai feel to it while also making it completely different from the previous model. They're super lightweight, very comfortable once they break in, just a kind of classic Nike boxing shoe, and I think this is going to be a really popular model. When we look at the price, if you're ordering from the UK, these are £109.99 for the standard colours and £119.99 for the special edition colour. If you're ordering these from outside the UK, then just convert this to your local currency. We do ship worldwide, so you can check these out on our website along with loads more at seconds-out.co.uk. Don't forget to check us out on social media as well, at secondsout_. If you've got any comments or feedback about these boots, love to hear about them. Stick them in the comments below. And with that being said, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers!